Hello students, in the previous video we have discussed how to solve the problems and we have also seen various examples regarding project evaluation review technique network diagram, and today we are going to see the network diagram on the basis of critical path method. So as I have told earlier, critical path method is the longest path before the entire network. In case of critical path method, we identify one time estimate, whereas in case of PERT, we are going to identify 3 time estimates. Since all the activities must be completed to complete the entire project, the length of the critical path is also the shortest time allowable for completion of the project. Thus, if the project is to be completed in the shortest time, all activities on the critical path must be started as soon as possible. So these activities are called critical activities. If the project has to be completed ahead of the schedule, then the time required for at least one of the critical activity must be reduced. Further, any delay in completing the critical activities will increase the project duration. The activity which does not lie on the critical path is called non-critical activity. These non-critical activities may have some slack time. So what is slack time? It is the amount of time by which the start of an activity may be delayed without affecting the overall completion time of the project. But a critical activity has no slack. To reduce the overall project time, it would require more resources to reduce the time taken by the critical activities to complete. And now let us look into the assumptions for critical path method. So in this method, it is assumed that precise time estimate is available for each activity. So a clear time estimate will be available for each activity. This is the assumption. And regarding project completion time, from the start event to end event, the time required to complete all the activities of the project in the specified sequence is known as the project completion time. And the next one, path in a project. So what is a path in a project? It is a continuous sequence consisting of nodes and activities alternatively beginning with the start event and stopping at the end event of a network. It is called as a path in the network. So these terminologies already we have discussed: what is a node, what is activity, what is start event, what is end event, and so on. Now let us proceed for solving the problems under CPM. Now the following details are available regarding a project. So activities are given A, B, C, D, E, F, and predecessor activities. What is predecessor? It is preceding. And duration is given in weeks. Determine the critical path, the critical activities, and the project completion time. So here we have to draw the network diagram, and then we have to identify the critical path as well as critical activities and the project completion time. So let us move to the solution. First, let us construct the network diagram for the given project. We mark the time estimates along the arrows representing the activities. So now let us look into the diagram first. So moving on to the table, first activity is A and its predecessor activity is nil. So that means first activity is A, and for B activity predecessor is A. So here we have taken B, and duration for A is 3 weeks, for B is 5 weeks. These numbers are not given in the question, but for our convenience we have taken. So, and next C is preceding A again. So C is preceding A. We have taken here, it is taking 7 weeks. So this is the fourth event. And next B is preceding D. That means D should come after B. So its duration is 10 weeks. So this is the fifth event. And E is preceding C. So its duration is 5 weeks. And D as well as E are preceding F. So this is the end event, last event, and its duration is 4. So here we have completed the network diagram, and now we have to determine the critical path. So in order to find out the critical path, beginning with the start node and stopping with the end node, there are two such paths for a given project. They are as follows. You can observe here there are two paths starting from start event to end event. So you can observe here A, B, D and F. So through this path and next A, C, E and F. So to reach from start event to end event, there are two paths here. The same is explained here, A, B, D, F and A, C, E, F. So along with the activities, we have to take down their duration and we have to add the duration 3, 5, 10 and 4. So total how many weeks? 22 weeks. And regarding path 2, which is path 2, A, C, E and F. So this is path 2, taking the duration 3, 7, 5, 4. So total duration is 19 weeks. So after finding out the duration, total duration, compare the times for the two paths. So first path we have got 22 weeks, second we have got 19 weeks. So which is the maximum among the two? 22 weeks is the maximum. Therefore this path is the critical path. So we have to identify the paths and we have to calculate the total time duration and we have to compare the two paths. So which path has the maximum time, that is called as a critical path. So critical path consists of A, B, D and F activities. So what do we understand by this? So these activities A, B, D, F are critical activities, whereas C, E, C and E, which are not included in the first critical path, these are called non-critical activities. So first we have completed the calculation of critical path and as well as critical activities. Which are the critical activities? So A, B, D and F are the critical activities because among the two paths we have maximum 22 weeks for the first path and remaining C and E are non-critical activities. And next, so before going to the next problem, you can observe here. So time for path 1 minus time for path 2, 22 minus 19. So 3 weeks are left out. So therefore, the non-critical activities can be delayed up to maximum of 3 weeks. So if we delay more than 3 weeks, then it is going to affect the whole project. So in order not to affect the whole project, so only the non-critical activities can be delayed for a maximum of 3 weeks. And moving to the next problem. So in this problem, instead of giving the activities, predecessors and duration in the form of a table, directly they have given us the network diagram and find out the completion time and the critical activities for the following project. So for the following diagram, we have to identify the completion time as well as critical activities. So in order to find out the completion time, first we have to find out how many paths are there in this diagram. So what is a path? It is starting from start event to end event. Now, so in the solution, path 1, what is path 1? It is starting from A, D, G and K. Now look into the diagram, A, D, G and K. So it is moving this way, A, D, G and K. This is the first path. And what is the second path? B, E, H, K. So B, E, H, K. This is the third path. And next one, B, E, I, L. So B, E, I, L. This is the third path. And what might be the next path? C, F, J, L. So look, let us look into it. So C, F, J, L is correct. So there are totally 4 paths in this problem. So A, D, G, K, B, E, H, K, C, F, J, L and B, E, I, L. So there are totally 4 paths. So based on the paths identified, we also take the duration. So it is given for A 8, D 20. So likewise duration is also given. We need to take the duration and add, we will get the units of time. So how do we identify the critical path? We have to compare the time for all the paths and whichever path is having the maximum time, that will be called as a critical activity. So for path 1 we have 42 and for path 2 43, path 3 45, path 4 47. So which is the maximum? 47 is the maximum. So path 4, that is comprising of activity C, F, J and L, is the critical activity. Now let us look into the next question. Draw a network diagram and determine the critical path for the following project. So activities are given and time in weeks are given. So from activity 1 to 2 the duration is 5. So from 1 to 2 duration is 5, and next 1 to 3 duration is 6. So 1 to 3 duration 1 to 3 duration is 6. Actually these alphabets are not given in the question, just for the convenience for naming of the activity we have taken. And next 1 to 4 it is 3, 1 to 4 3, 4 to 7 4, 3 to 7 10. So likewise, based on the information given in the table, we will draw a network diagram mentioning the duration, and we have to identify the different paths. So it is 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 8 and 8 to 9. This is the first path and time is 16 weeks. Next path 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 8 and 8 to 9. So what will be the duration? Total duration 22 weeks. And let us identify third path 1 to 4, 4 to 7, 7 to 9. So 1 to 4, 4 to 7, 7 to 9. So total duration is 16 weeks. And next 1 to 4, 4 to 7 and 7 to 9. This is one path and this is one path. So total duration 13 weeks. So in which total we have 4 paths. For path 1 it is 16 weeks, path 2 22 weeks, path 3 16 and path 4 13 weeks. So we have to compare the duration for all the paths and which one is the maximum, that will be the critical path. So 22 weeks, this will be the critical path as it is the maximum. So 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 8 and 8 to 9 will be the critical path. And there are some questions which are given for the practice. So explain the terms critical path and critical activities. So what is the critical path? I have explained already in the first slide. And critical activities, so those activities that come under critical path are critical activities. And next question, the following are the time estimates and predecessor relationships of the activities in a project network. So predecessor is given and time is given, activities are given. We have solved number of problems regarding this type. So draw a project network diagram. So we have to draw a network diagram, determine the critical path. So just before few seconds we have discussed how to determine critical path and project completion time. So try to solve this question. If you have any queries, you can contact me. Thank you.